These smaller boxes are swarms that I caught a couple weeks ago. When I caught the swarm, I provided them one drawn comb frame and the rest of it was foundation. Let's see how well they're doing. They're looking pretty good. I appreciate it, John. Thank you so much. All right, that was a little interruption by the farmer. So what I do is I pollinate, and he just brought me a fresh box of strawberries. These look delicious. Let me go put these in the truck. Let's get back to doing bee stuff. All right, where were we? All right, so looking down in here, I can see these girls have been working. This is 2 weeks worth of work right here. This looks gorgeous. This is amazing. They haven't finished this side, but they started working on it. This one looks like they finished drawing it out, and there's lots of nectar. It looks like there's some space in here for a queen to lay. This has got a little bit of weight to it. Oh, and I see eggs. The queen is in here working. This is a beautiful frame. This is another beautiful frame. Again, this was foundation. This is amazing. Lots of honey in the upper corners. I can see there's all kinds of eggs laid in here. These girls are working. All right, here's the frame that was drawn comb I gave to them. There's capped brood on here already. I see very large larvae. So obviously this is the frame that the queen started laying on, and so these will be the oldest. We've got capped brood already. One frame here. It's beautiful. Another gorgeous frame. This has got a little bit of weight on it. Got some pollen in there. Another nectar frame, fully drawn out. All right, here we're to the next to the last. They've got one side almost drawn out. The other side, they've just kind of started over here in the corner. They're working on it. And we've got one untouched frame over here. All right, this is amazing. 2 weeks worth of work. I'm just going to leave everything the way it is. I'm going to let them keep working. This was the same thing. I gave them one comb and the rest of them were foundation, giving them something to work on. I can see looking down here, lots of white comb. This one looks like it's going to be pretty similar to the one we just went through. So outside, still the foundation. They've not begun working on it. Second frame, I can feel it has some weight. This is drawn out. This is probably, it looks like it's fully drawn out on one side, about halfway drawn out on this side. They've got it full of nectar. It really is amazing how fast these honeybees work. Another beautiful frame, fully drawn out, full of nectar, a little bit of pollen. Some of the same. Let's see, and I can see eggs in here. We've got a working queen. This is beautiful. Okay, this is the comb that we gave them. And right here, we've got a queen. She's marked green. All the swarms I've caught this year are from my own bee yards. So this would have been one of my queens from last year. Still ready to work. She just wanted a new home. This is full of larvae. Here's my queen. I can see milk brood. Lots of honey stores at the top. A beautiful frame. These girls came ready to start working. Gosh, this is gorgeous. Nearing the outside, they've got one side complete. They've started filling it up with nectar. And this side, they might be halfway done with it. And these two outside frames, they've not yet touched it. A swarm that started with nothing, I gave them one comb frame, no resources in it, just a place for them to get started. And they, out of 10 frames, have filled up nearly 7 of those in just 2 weeks. That's really amazing. Okay, so I didn't come out here today to check on those swarms. I'm out here today to see if these colonies need honey supers. From the looks of that, I'm willing to bet that they do. Now this third box on top, this is a mating nuke. So we're just going to get this out of the way. But here's what we're interested in. We want to see what these girls are up to in the bottom. Well, when I pulled the splits out into these top boxes, I replaced the frames that I took out with foundation frames. So a lot of these last week were foundation frames. So this is going to be 1 week's worth of work. On the outside frame, they've not yet touched it. This frame, it's got a little bit of weight to it. They've got this side drawn out. This looks great. This one's got a lot of weight, a lot of nectar. Another beautiful frame. This is gorgeous. Iron nectar flow is obviously in full force now. Now this comb looks a little bit darker, so this probably is from last year. But it is full of larvae. I see milk brood. Now this frame, I can tell this was an older one, so this was here already. Full of capped brood. All right, this is brand new. I can tell this was foundation. It is full of eggs and larvae and honey. Oh, and here's my queen. I'm getting lucky today. Finding lots of queens. She's marked. She's green. There's my queen right there. She's in here working. So these haven't swarmed yet, obviously, and hopefully they don't. Foundation, they've started. Looks great. And these last two, they've not yet touched. I'm going to distribute these. I'm going to move these over. Now, I know there's brood on that one. I know there's brood on this one. I'm going to put 2 brood frames together. I'm going to take one of these foundation frames. I'm going to place it between these brood frames. Brood frames are more uniform, and so I think it's beneficial to put that new foundation between those, and that encourages them to draw it out much more straight. And actually on this one, because they've drawn out this side and not so much this side, I'm going to turn this around just to encourage them to work on that side a little bit more. So I don't think they really need it. I think they would make their way out here. Then we've got that foundation frame. I think that these girls are ready for a honey super. Let me go grab a box out of the back of the truck. All right, we've got this honey super here. I put 2 frames in the middle that have drawn comb from last year, and the others are just foundation. I'm going to put these drawn combs in the middle just to encourage the bees to come up and start working and making use of this box, and hopefully they'll start to expand out. Let's get our mating nuke back on top. This is a small bee yard, and that didn't take too long, but everybody was in the same situation. The bottom 2 boxes are brood. Any of the new foundation that I put in last week, they had really drawn them out. A lot of the colonies had drawn out all of the frames and had no more room. And some of them had 1 or 2 frames left, but everybody is ready for honey supers. And then we've got our mating nuke set on top with the double screen boards. And I won't be one bit surprised if next week when we come and check on these honey supers that they're almost full. But we'll find out next week when we come back to check our supers. And in case you're wondering about the strawberries, that's delicious.